House of Whispers. The Arrival. The house, abandoned for decades, stood at the end of a dark, secluded path, surrounded by woods and thick fog. Lucas, an architecture student, fascinated by old buildings, had read about it in a dusty magazine devoted to unsolved mysteries. Every detail about this house seemed to captivate him. Despite warnings from the villagers about disappearances and eerie cries at night, he decided to spend a few nights there to investigate. The first night was quiet. Lucas set up his gear, snapped a few photos of the decaying interior, and quickly fell into a deep sleep. But in the middle of the night, he was awakened by faint whispers, barely audible, seeming to come from within the walls. "Let us out," a hoarse, muffled voice murmured. Lucas sat up, startled, thinking he must have been the apparitions. The next morning, Lucas found strange marks on the walls, like scratches. When he touched them, a shiver of icy dread ran down his spine. The more he explored the house, the more he felt shadows following him. That night, as he reviewed his notes, the whispers returned. This time, he could make out several voices, murmuring in a blend of pleas and warnings. Fear started to creep in, but his curiosity still overpowered it. He decided to follow the sounds, descending the creaky staircase to the basement. There, he found a trapdoor, and when he opened it, a chilling draft wafted up. The secret beneath the trapdoor was a dark room, filled with antique objects, but most disturbing of all were the signs of struggle. Chains fixed to the wall, nail marks etched deeply into the stone. That's when Lucas understood the house's horror. It had once been a place of torture, of unimaginable suffering, and the souls who had perished there were still trying to escape. The voices grew louder, almost desperate. Shadows seemed to close in around him, circling him in that cold, damp basement. Panic took hold, and he tried to flee. But the trapdoor slammed shut behind him. Invisible hands seemed to hold him down, forcing him to stay and listen to their pleas.